Hi families! So today we are going to be plotting points on a coordinate grid. So in order to do this, we have to know how to read coordinate points. So over here, we have letters and their place on the grid. In order to read this, we have to know that the first number, we find it by following the x-axis, which goes left to right. So on the side, as a note, I'm going to draw an arrow that goes, a line that goes left to right. So we know we have to go left to right. And the second number we find by following the y-axis. And the y-axis goes up and down. And the easiest way to remember this is first you have to walk to the elevator before you can go up and down, right? So the first point, -4 and +2. So always starting here at 0, 0. That is always going to be our beginning point. So first we have to go -4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to +2, 1, 2. So this is where point A would be. Don't forget to label it. Let's try about 2 more, and then we'll go on to the next page. The next one is -3 to -1. So I go starting at 0, 0 again. I go -3, 1, 2, 3, and then -1. -1 right here. And that is point B. Next, we are going to graph point C, which is +6 and -2. So starting at our origin point, 0, 0, go right towards +6, and then go down towards -2, and this is point C. Now for this side of the homework, what we're going to do is we're going to check off which quadrant will these points end up in. So we're going to mark this graph right here, this coordinate plane, as kind of a cheat sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put parentheses and a comma. That's where our points would be, right? Now in quadrant 1, the x values will always be positive and the y values will always be positive. In quadrant 2, the x value will be negative and the y value will be positive. In quadrant 3, the x value is negative and the y value is negative. Finally, in quadrant 4, our x value is positive and our y value will be negative. So let's look at our first point. So our first point, we have both positive numbers. If we look back at our graph, 2 positive numbers, that would be quadrant 1. So let's check off quadrant 1. Let's do 2 more. The next one, it's also positive and positive. Back to our graph, that would be quadrant 1. And finally, this third point is positive and negative. That is quadrant 4. So I will check off quadrant 4.